Welcome students. So in today's lecture we shall be starting with the TCA cycle, also commonly known as Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle. So first of all, let us start with the definition. The citric acid cycle or TCA cycle essentially involves the oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A to carbon dioxide and water. So the oxidation of acetyl coenzyme A to carbon dioxide and water. So this is basically this reaction, and it helps in production of high energy yielding intermediates. So mostly the enzymes of TCA cycle are located in the mitochondrial matrix. These are located in the mitochondrial matrix in close proximity to the electron transport chain. This enables the synthesis of ATP by oxidative phosphorylation without any hindrance. So now let us start how this oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A occurs. This is the first step of the reaction. So now we shall be starting with first reaction, that is oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate to form acetyl coenzyme A. Now let us see how this reaction occurs. So first of all, draw the structure for pyruvate, and we shall always be drawing this structure in the keto form of pyruvate, not in the enol form. So this is the pyruvate in its keto form. So this step is the connecting link between the glycolysis and TCA cycle. So it serves as a connecting link between glycolysis and TCA cycle. So this is the main bridge, we can say. So now let us see how this reaction occurs. The keto form of pyruvate in presence of enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase. So the name of enzyme here working is pyruvate dehydrogenase. So the dehydrogenase enzymes also promote the formation of NADH molecules, which are equivalent to 3 ATPs. So from here 1 NAD will be converted into NADH. Plus this also involves the removal of carbon dioxide molecule, also accompanied by removal of carbon dioxide and addition of one coenzyme A SH molecule. So coenzyme ASH molecule is added into this, and ultimately it leads to the formation of acetyl coenzyme A. So here we are drawing the structure for acetyl coenzyme A. You can see the changes here. Now this is the structure for acetyl coenzyme A. Now many of you will be wondering that what is this coenzyme A here. So coenzyme A, now let us first discuss what is this coenzyme A. So all your doubts will be clear. Coenzyme A helps in energy production within the body. It is basically an helper molecule which is a non-protein substance and needed for activation of some enzyme. It also acts as an activator for enzymes. It's basically synthesized from succinyl coenzyme A synthetase enzyme or succinate thiokinase. So now let us see what is the structure of this coenzyme A. Usually we write the term as CoA everywhere we are using coenzyme A. But now let us first see what's the structure of this. It's having a very huge structure, so it is not possible every time to write that large structure. So I will shadow the structure for coenzyme A. It's a very large structure, you can see here. It even involves the purine bases also. So now the phosphate backbone will be here. Now a furan ring here. Again the attachment of a phosphate group here. And here attaches the purine base. So this is the structure for a coenzyme A. Structure for coenzyme A. This is a very huge structure and we cannot use every time this structure over here. So we are writing it in a short form of SCOA, and every time the bond formation occurs from this sulfhydryl group. Now let us note down the molecular formula for this. The chemical formula is C21 H36 N7 O16 P3S. So this is the chemical formula for this. Now let us start with our second step of the TCA cycle, which is the real step of the TCA or the Krebs cycle. Now here, from here starts the TCA cycle, that is the formation of citrate. Now we shall be forming the citrate molecule. So the citrate molecule is formed when there is a condensation of acetyl coenzyme A with oxaloacetate. So basically this is a condensation reaction between, oxaloacetate and acetyl coenzyme A. Now let us see how this reaction occurs. First of all, let us draw the structure for oxaloacetate. Now this is the structure for oxaloacetate. It shall be combining with the acetyl coenzyme A, so I shall be using different colors to represent the condensation reaction. Now let us draw the structure for acetyl coenzyme A here. Now this is the structure for acetyl coenzyme A. Now in presence of enzyme citrate synthase, this is converted into citrate with removal of one coenzyme ASH molecule here. So from here the structure of citrate will be formed. So you can see the red color compounds are donated by the acetyl coenzyme A molecule, whereas the green colored are obtained from the red colored compounds are obtained from oxaloacetate, while green color are obtained from acetyl coenzyme A. I had used the different colors now. So this is the structure for citrate. Now this is the structure for citrate molecule. Now the next step is the formation of citrate. So this is basically an isomerization reaction.